Well, here's the next generation at Spazz Chicken Farms. This old wood crate. This is the third year I've used this wood crate. Kind of grown a sentimental attachment to it. But here's the next generation. Got a water feeder here. Tired of spending money on stuff, so I just used an old protein powder jug and drilled holes in it, and that's their feeder thing. If they don't figure out that they can stick their little beaks in the holes, then I just pick it up and give it a shake, spill out some feed for them, and off they go. But I have 4 Rhode Island Reds, 2 Buff Orpingtons, which are really friendly, and all my Buff Orpingtons of the last batch got killed because I didn't know anything about them, and I released them in with the adult hens, and they just killed them all. So I'll have to keep these little guys separated for several months until they can fend for themselves, and probably at least 6 months. I'll have to keep them separated. But the Buff Orpingtons are really friendly. They'll come up to you and let you pet them. The rest of them are too skittish, but you know. So I got 2 more Buff Orpingtons for pets. They're egg layers too. And the other 4 are the Plymouth Barred or Barred Rock, whatever they're called. Kind of checkered. That's what Buster is. But have no idea if any of these are males or a rooster or anything. Hopefully they're all hens, but that's how I ended up with Buster, the rooster. He was one of the chicks. Only him and his sister is. I have 2 original from my first batch. Buster and his sister, it looks just like him, who's a Plymouth Barred, are the only 2 originals. So that means, you know, Buster's going on 3 years old. And I guess expected life of a laying hen is something like 2 or 3 years. And so, you know, I know some of those are pushing 2 or 3 years old, so egg production's going to be dropping soon. And I don't think these will pick up the slack soon enough, but, you know, at least there's some that will eventually boost egg production back up. But, you know, now that I know more about chickens and how to keep them alive, longer, I get about a dozen, or anywhere from a dozen to a dozen and a half eggs a day right now. Each day, a dozen or a dozen and a half. But again, I've got a rogue chicken out there tapping into eggs and breaking them. I haven't figured out which one or if there's more than one, but you know, sometimes I go out there and I've lost 2 or 3, 4 eggs each day. So that will be remedied by my 9mm when I get a few days off coming in July.